Hey guys, so the second portion of my last video was very choppy, and it was very hard to hear some of the elements that I was talking about. So this will be part 2 per request to help clarify the parts that were unclear in my previous video. In a nutshell, what I was trying to do was to share with you the projects that I've been working on as my postdoc and how I'm working on those ideas to help connect computers to human consciousness, why we should start with that, why we should care about those, and how these initiatives could potentially contribute to our humanity. All the projects that I'm doing is for humanity. I'm one of those who are not trying to be evil, but actually help contribute to the next generation of computers, as in AI, AGI, ASI, etc., to help with humanity. Essentially, what I'm trying to do and what I'm trying to say is that there is a wealth of information in the invisible realm, as in the frequencies, electromagnetic waves, and electromagnetic fields that is around us. Part of it is elicited by us humans, and part of it is elicited by humans and the galaxy and universe, whatever you want to call it. That wealth of information exists because there is no other way for the information to travel. For example, right now, you and I are not connected with wires, but all the information that you're seeing, you're hearing, and you're learning and you're listening is through the frequencies. And so as a result, that information that is being floating around within our frequency, we can capture that, connect it to the next generation computers. The easiest and quickest way to connect these frequencies, these waves of information that is floating around us with the next generation computer, is to use the human body as a node. A human body not only elicits electromagnetic fields, frequencies, and waves, but also receives that. We do have the tools at the moment to capture these frequencies, to capture these waves, with the help of AI, as in feeding the computer mass data of these frequencies from the node of a human body. Will be able to much more quickly learn what these frequencies mean and what the information they carry, and that can be connected. And using the human body as the receiver and the producer of these waves and frequencies, will be able to gather and add that data, additional data set, onto the next generation computers. You can call it AGI, ASI, whatever you want to call it, doesn't matter, but it's a next generation computer that has consciousness. Again, these are all for humanity, not against humanity. The practicality of these type of next generation computers with consciousness is endless, because we can use the way in which our bodies as nodes communicate wirelessly among ourselves and within ourselves, use that information and add additional information to this next generation computer. And that's what I've been working on for the past 7+ years. Ways in which we can gather the human frequencies. Let's start with just the brain frequencies, because we're a little bit more advanced there. Through wearables or tattooables, we're able to gather those frequencies. EEG brain frequencies in general is very noisy, and everybody knows that and everybody criticizes that. But by definition, because in AI technology we have by definition a large amount of data, we'll be able to, by using a large amount of data and by identifying patterns connecting to certain activities, feelings, states of being, etc., determine then what those frequencies actually mean. And that way, I mean that we don't then need to worry about the noise as much as we've been doing so far. And the human body can be used as this existing, miraculous, amazing tool that already has the receptor in it to gather those frequencies, because not only are we emanating, but also we are receiving, not only from ourselves but from our surroundings, as well as from the whole world, the whole universe, if you will. And so that is what I mean when I say that we can use the human body as the node, because it's already existing. We can already extract that information, extract those frequencies, learn from it, and add it then as an additional data point to the next generation computers, in this case AGI, ASI, or whatever we want to call it, doesn't matter. But the truth of the matter is that these computers will include human consciousness within them as a data. In a nutshell, this is what I was trying to say in the previous video. I hope it was clear. If not, leave me a comment and let me know. I'm trying to keep this work, my postdoc, independent of institutions and corporations, because I wanted to keep it as free as possible. One of the reasons I went into Bitcoin was to be able to freely and independently focus on my, and fund my postdoc, I should say, independently. And so obviously there's a lot of scientists and brilliant people out there working on things like this, but this particular work that I'm doing was I started it about, I don't know, maybe 7 to 10 years ago. I'm not exactly sure, but it's very original. The work that I started, it was very original. I had not read about it anywhere. I had not seen it anywhere. If I see it now, maybe it's because I'm excited to see what the future brings and who will potentially work on these projects. Until then, I'll work on this idea independently and try to evolve it such that it is much more tangible. I've already talked about the practicality of it, talked about CSV files, and bringing in these data sets from CSV file onto, for example, Python, machine learning, deep learning, etc. So it is tangible. It's not, I'm trying to also make it practical. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye.